Capricorn, what's going on? This is Brandon with Alma Intuitive, here to do your energetic reading for July 23rd through the 30th. I hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. I hope that you're having a fantastic week so far. I hope Monday wasn't too bad for you. You got it out the way, so it's all down here from here, right? And tomorrow we got hump day, so you're halfway there. But what do we have for the beautiful Capricorn coming into the 23rd through the 30th? What do we have for lovely team Capricorn for the 23rd through the 30th? Please make it clear, make it simple, make it inspirational. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. I hope your Monday was... Monday here was fine. It's just a little bit. It's every day we have like a scheduled daily rain here in Florida. It's really fantastic for the plant life. But yeah, beach days are kind of up in the air. But let's see what we have for the beautiful, beautiful Capricorn for the 23rd through the 3rd. Whoa. All right, so we're starting out the reading with sacral energy, with creation energy, which is a wonderful, wonderful card to begin with. That means that you guys are being inspired to do something else with your life. You're being called to do something maybe that you haven't tried before, that you've always been curious about, but continue to feed that curiosity, because that's going to work towards your benefit. That's going to work to your advantage, especially with this coming week and maybe throughout the rest of this year and the next, is really finding that creative lane that you want to insert yourself into. You're going to do that by continuing to look inward and finding those talents, those latent talents within yourself. Everybody has them. It's just that not a lot of people know how to search for it. But you have to be willing to do the internal self-work to discover those talents, to figure out what it is that you really enjoy to do with free time, or to get into that Zen kind of quality of thinking. But yes, make sure that you're finding a way to be creative somehow. It doesn't matter how that is. You don't necessarily have to be Picasso. You can draw a couple of stick figures under a very suspect looking sun, and that's still a wonderful creation if you ask the creator. So let's make sure that we're applying ourselves in some way to make something new out of what wasn't there before, or to make something that wasn't there before present. Anytime you create, that's all you're doing. It doesn't matter what it is you're creating. If you take a nice flat smooth piece of paper and ball it up, sure, it's a little bit destructive, but it's a new creation, isn't it? That paper wasn't like that before, and you've created a new state for that paper to be in. But that's just one example of how simple it is to create something new. But you don't want to do it in a destructive way. You want to do something that put something into the world that wasn't there before. So let's make sure that we're using our creation in a good, constructive way, because that's going to really spread itself out to the rest of your chakras and inspire the rest of your balance and everything that you're working on. The process that you've started, it's going to continue along that path and make you stronger as you go along. Also, for the beautiful Capricorn, let's make sure we're not being too possessive, okay? Let's make sure that we're willing to let go of that comfort zone. Like, especially if you're trying to get into a creative state, don't be afraid to be terrible at something as long as you enjoy it. Because you'll just get better and better each time you go along, each time you do it, each time you apply yourself. You'll find new techniques, you'll find new inspirations, you'll find teachers out there or people out there who will mentor you or give you helpful hints. So don't be afraid to be bad at something, all right? But yes, start trying to assess what it is that you possess within yourself that you want to bring forth to the world, that is your creation for the world. Let's start trying to figure that out. That's what this is all about, this new age where everybody's kind of learning about these new things that they could do, or rediscovering things that they used to do and kind of forgot about or threw to the wayside. It's all about reassessing that and getting back in touch with it, because it's you, it's what you own, it's your possession. So let's make sure that we're using that to our advantage, not only to inspire that chakra energy, chakra, to inspire the chakra energy, but to inspire the sacral and your root. It's gonna ground you as well as spring that creation chakra up as well, which just feeds into the rest of them and balances all out. That's what the chakra work is all about. Not just getting good at one aspect of it, but balancing it all out so that it all speaks the same language. Okay? yes, start taking note of what it is that you yourself bring to the world. Your special qualities. Capricorns are brilliantly. They're able to retain knowledge beautifully. They're wonderful people to be around because they're just so intelligent and they can talk about things in an interesting way. But yes, be that, start using that Capricorn energy to your advantage. Those little secret talents that we have are what the age of Aquarius is trying to bring forth. It's the age of truth, and it's about finding your truth as well. And a great way to do that is to find out what it is that you can bring to the world that just wasn't there before you brought it. Okay? And here we go. Yes, let's keep towards that. You increase your sacral energy, and that's usually a gift from the divine, because the divine is the creator. It's the energy that created us all, that moves through everything. It's the Akashic energy that we're all trying to harmonize with whenever we do meditate, whenever we do try to create something. We're trying to balance ourselves with that same energy. And the divine consciousness is your crown. That's the energy that's flowing into you from the universe. So let's make sure that we're opening ourselves up to receive that energy, to receive that wisdom, to listen to that mentorship, to that education. Okay, but it's going to teach you something about yourself that you did not know before, or maybe that you knew about but completely forgot about because you were too busy adulting and being whatever it is that everybody else told you should be. And you can continue to be that, but also start to bring your own flavor into the dish. Okay, let's bring our own flavor into the universe, our own color. All right, but that's going to happen by continuing to try to connect with the divine consciousness, and that's going to happen through all your meditative work. I know you Capricorns are out there doing things that really you enjoy doing. You're rediscovering your passions, and that's fantastic. Keep walking down that path. Don't let anybody deter you or tell you you're bad at it. Yeah, sure, you might not be the greatest in the world, but I guarantee you the greatest in the world started out at the bottom and then made its way up. All right. Also, for the beautiful Capricorn, let's take a look at what it is that we truly believe in, and don't be afraid to either completely change or just slightly alter your system. Maybe you're not seeing the full picture. Maybe you're only honing in on one aspect of it, like some people do with the chakras. But when it comes to what it is that you believe in, make sure that you're believing that there is a divine consciousness. Like, these cards are crown energy for a reason. Let's make sure that we're believing that there is an entity out there that is well aware of all of us, because it is us. It encompasses us, and it flows through us. It works through us, as well as providing the environment that we exist in. So we want to harmonize every aspect of it, and that's not going to happen if you don't have a dialogue open with it. You're going to have that dialogue by continuing to develop that third eye chakra, which happens by continuing to develop your sacral creative chakra. It all feeds in. Every system about the chakras feeds into each other. They all kind of domino effect into the other. And once you get one going, you've already started the wheel turning on the other one. That's what a chakra is. It's a wheel. So it's a cog. It's one of your cogs in the machine, and a cog doesn't turn without another cog, or without turning another cog. So make sure that you're oiling your machine by providing that divine lube. Sorry, I'm sure there's a clean joke in there somewhere. But yes, let's make sure that we're really analyzing what it is that we believe in, so that we do believe in something. Don't just believe in nothing, even if it's the science of things. We're all carbon-based. We're all part of the Big Bang that started 13.7 billion years ago, and it's still banging. So let's I'm going to try not to go into that territory, but let's make sure that we're realizing that there is something out there that is still there, that is here right now, that is providing the camera that I'm speaking through you to, that is providing the voice that I'm speaking to you with. That's the divine right there. And we want to make sure that we believe in it, so that we know we're not just talking to air. We're not just talking to ourselves, because when you do that, you start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt the divine because you don't think it is. but realize that there is something out there that is trying to speak with you, that is trying to connect with you. That's quite clear by the cards that are out here so far. We've got root energy, we've got sacral, and then straight into crown energy. So that means that you're balancing everything else in between. And it's going to completely balance once you have that connection with the divine. Once you have that dialogue going, it continues to go. You don't have to work to speak it. It speaks with you. Okay? Boom. And let's keep communicating. Let's keep communicating, Capricorn. Let's use sound to our advantage. Let's get up and dance. Let's use sound to alter our moods, and maybe to alter the moods of all those around you if there's a bit of a tense energy with you and your relationships. Put on a good song. Tell them to get up and dance with you. You know, that makes even though some people may not think they're the greatest dancer in the world, you don't have to be. It's kind of like karaoke. Like you can have somebody up there that is a horrible singer, but if they're giving it their all and they're having fun, everybody else starts having fun with them. They start to join in, and they can't sing great either, but and that's all part of it. You don't have to be the best at anything to enjoy it. Okay, so let's make sure that we're enjoying the oral stimulation around you, and put on good music. Maybe put on soothing things if you're feeling a little bit tense, or if you've got that aggression building up in you. Put on something that counteracts that. Just make sure that you're using sound to your advantage, and that's not just the stimulation from your external, but also the what's coming from you, what's coming from your voice box. Let's make sure that we're being as eloquent as we want to be, okay, and not just trying to be eloquent and coming off really harsh. All right, let's make sure that we're being as harmonious as we want to sound, and that takes you got to be measured with your words sometimes, Capricorn. I know sometimes you guys can get a little bit impulsive, a little bit aggressive with your words, and you end up saying something that maybe you didn't fully mean, or maybe that wasn't so clear. So let's make sure that we're being measured in our words and not just blurting things out. You want words to pour from your mouth, not spill. Okay? Also, for my beautiful Caps out there, we're going to make sure that we're setting our personal boundaries appropriately. Like you see with the picture with the wall in this card, it's hard to tell whether the girl is inside trying to prepare the wall, or maybe she snuck over and is worried about getting caught. But that wall is appropriately built to where it's keeping out any rodents or anything that might come in and mess up the field, but it's allowing her to step over the wall if she did that. So make sure that you're setting your boundaries appropriately and keeping out anything that you don't want to be in your garden, but keeping it reasonable enough and open enough to where you're allowing things in that want to gift you, that want to want you to receive a blessing. Okay? All right. And finally, for my beautiful Capricorns out there, let's continue to hone that third eye energy. Let's continue to be intuitive. You're going to do that by being creative. You're going to do that by being creative. Excuse my Mercury retrograde. But we're going to continue to build on that intuition that you Capricorns already have naturally. It's a natural talent for you guys. You guys don't have to try for this. You just have to listen to it. You have to listen to that intuition, because it is the dialogue of the divine. It's the communication from the divine coming straight to you through your crown directly into your third eye. And from there you can dispense it as you wish, as you will, but you have to be willing to, you have to allow it, you have to see it for what it is. So use your third eye to your advantage this week, and begin to try not to miss out on any little gifts of information that might fly by you, no matter the delivery system. Okay, like I tell people, sometimes your information, your something profound will come from a really dumb source, but it is what it is, but it ain't what it's not. So let's make sure that we're being intuitive, so that we know the difference between something that we should toss out and something that we should put in our lexicon, into our tool chest. Okay. that's all I have for you for now, my beautiful Capricorns. You guys are doing great. We want to continue to develop that third eye energy so that we are having that open and honest dialogue with our divine self, and really discovering what it is that we can bring to the world that's not only good for yourself, but is going to be inspiration for somebody else as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe week. I hope you have a productive week if you're out there working. If you're just enjoying the summer, continue to enjoy it. I hope you have a good one out there. I'll be up with you guys more towards the weekend with the vibes for the weekend. But in the meantime, peace. Namaste.